I'm not gonna make it. You're gonna have to go on without me.
In 1998, a film premiered that not only reshaped the career of its main star,
mister. You're going to the top of this mountain, broken legs and all.
but also eerily predicted a lot of the reality TV, social media obsessed world that we live in today. Hi, I'm popeyJN, this is Beyond the Screen. Today we're having a look at The Truman Show was directed by Peter Weir and starred Jim Carrey at the height of his powers. The film premiered in 1998 and eventually went on to gross $264 million globally. The film also acted as a shift in Jim Carrey's career and reshaped how audiences perceived him. Up till this point, Jim Carrey was known for his outlandish comedies such as Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, and The Mask. But The Truman Show allowed Carrey to flex his dramatic acting chops and show that he was more than just a funny clown on screen.
The Truman Show was that. It was, I know that this face pleases you, but now I'm going to show you the real deal. And I hope there's enough there that, that you can identify with, that we can sit together and break bread and you'll think I'm as special as I was before.
The film follows Truman Burbank, a normal guy living in an unknown facade. Every moment of Truman's life is broadcast to audiences of millions around the world without his knowledge, and everyone associated in Truman's life are actors playing a role. However, Truman starts to question the world around him and starts to uncover the truth about his situation.
Thank you for your help. You're welcome, Truman.
Truman! Truman! Truman, come back! Truman! Truman, stop him!
Truman's realization of everything being fake around him starts to formulate the idea of escaping the life that he is living.
Is it? Oh my God. If he couldn't have gone up the stairs, he must still be in the room.
Get Marlon over there.
Right away.
Now.
Truman. Where are you going?
This then leads to an epic conclusion with the overlord of the show, Christoph, who is battling to keep Truman in his self-contained world to continue the show.
God's sake, Chris. The whole world is watching. We can't let him die in front of a live audience. He was born in front of a live audience.
But when nothing stops Truman and he finally reaches the end of his self-contained set, he has a heart-to-heart with Christoph and says,
You never had a camera in my head.
You're afraid. That's why you can't leave.
Truman finally takes a bow and exits the soundstage, leading him to escape from the life he's been living.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
Also leading audiences at home to wait no more than 20 seconds before saying,
What else is on?
Yeah, let's do what else.
Where's the TV guy?
The Truman Show, at least in my opinion, acts as a clear warning about reality TV and the dangers of living in a perpetual state of entertainment. Fast forward the clock a mere 20 years later into the late 2010s. By this time, the world around us has become a real-life embodiment of The Truman Show. Now, this literally started years earlier with the likes of Justin.tv, who literally filmed himself 24 hours a day for days and days on end, to everyone now on social media creating content to entertain and get admiration from each other. Now I'm talking to you, dear viewer. You're probably sitting at home going, well, you're a hypocrite, aren't you doing the exact same thing right now? Why are you taking the moral high ground on this issue? You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm just as bad. You've been watching my video now for a few minutes, and I in no way can take the moral high ground on this issue. However, I would urge everybody to follow a simple rule of not getting trapped in social media. I myself have fallen victim to this Truman Show effect that we find ourselves in, of creating content on the internet and oversharing sometimes with strangers on the internet. But I'll always go back to a quote from Bo Burnham in his special Make Happy.
Social media, it's just the market's answer to a generation that demanded to perform. So the market said, here, perform everything to each other all the time for no reason. It's prison. It's horrific. It is performer and audience melded together. What do we want more than to lie in our bed at the end of the day and just watch our life as a satisfied audience member? I know very little about anything, but what I do know is that if you can live your life without an audience, you should do it.
I believe the lesson to be taken away from the Truman Show is that it's okay to want to entertain people, but there has to be a distinct line between performing and living your life, which are two lines that are so often blurred together. Think of family vloggers filming every waking moment of their lives, or couples on YouTube who film their entire relationship for everyone to see. There has to be things that you keep for yourself that is not just being used for financial gain. The Truman Show tried warning us about the uprising of reality TV and the dangers associated with it over 20 years ago. I think the best takeaway from it is to sometimes take a step back and, like Truman himself, take a small bow, exit the spotlight, and carry on living our lives and putting living genuine experiences over living for the sake of content. Wow, that was a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Beyond the Screen. Do you remember the first time you watched The Truman Show? Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. As always, thank you for all the love on these videos and the support, and I'll see you in the next one.